So it's not unheard of for players to get traded, whether it's at the deadline or before the deadline, as a rental and go on to win a championship and go back to the same team they played for. A kind of obscure reference is when the Blackhawks won the 2015 Cup. Antoine Vermette was traded from the Coyotes to them, to the Blackhawks. He then went back to the Coyotes in the next offseason once he got his ring. So a similar situation could happen in the NFL where Von Miller could be going back to Denver after winning a ring with the Rams. So what is crazy about this is that the Broncos got a second and third round pick for Von Miller, and then they get him back. Like, what a genius move by the Denver GM if he can pull this off. But I think I don't mind that move at all for Von Miller because he can go back to where he's comfortable with in Denver and still be a huge part of that team. While I will admit that he was a big part of the team also in LA.
Yeah, I it doesn't happen often. The only other time that I can think of this happening is 2016 in baseball. The Chicago Cubs traded for Aroldis Chapman, who's one of the best closers in the league from the New York Yankees, and the Cubs gave up their number one prospect in all of baseball. Um, and Gleyber Torres is his name. And then the following offseason, after they won the World Series, Aroldis Chapman goes back. But I don't see that happening very much ever, and especially in football. Like, rarely do trades happen in football compared to other sports. Like baseball and hockey, feel like trades are a lot more at the deadline, and in basketball, but not so much football. So the fact that Von Miller could do this and go win a championship and then go back to the Broncos is not something you see in the NFL very often, but I could see it happening. Like, he never wanted to leave the Broncos. He's talked about many times how he misses the Broncos and he'll always be a Bronco. Won a Super Bowl with the Broncos and a Super Bowl MVP with the Broncos. So, um, yeah, I feel like he loves the Broncos and he wants to be back there, especially if they get Aaron Rodgers. I think he'll for sure be on the Denver Broncos next year.